What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Jackal Gold Games, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my first Resident Evil video game. So how I got into the Resident Evil series was through my first Resident Evil video game that I played, which is Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 2. So I was born in the year 1999, and in the 2000s, one of the consoles I had was PlayStation 2. Now, around that time when I was younger, I wasn't really aware of all the games that were out. I wasn't really buying games. My family and parents were buying the games, and this is one of the games we had for the PlayStation 2. And when I played this in the 2000s, I was blown away by this game. I can't remember which exact year it was, maybe the mid 2000s or little bit, few more years after this came out, but I know it was sometime in the 2000s. This game blew me away when I first played it. It was phenomenal. It's a scary game, it's an amazing game, it's a very fun game. It has great characters, great atmosphere, great music, great location, great guns, great story, great character design. Everything about this game is phenomenal, and this was my introduction to the Resident Evil series, and this is how I got into it, was through Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 2. This game blew me away. It was great. I loved it. It's one of the best video games I ever played. It's easily one of my favorite video games of all time. And to this day, I would say this is still my favorite Resident Evil game. No game has topped it. I don't think any Resident Evil game will be able to top this one just because it's so good. They've done it so well. And this game was also really important because it was like it revolutionized survival horror and third person shooters. It was a big deal. It still is a big deal. A lot of people still talk about it. I mean, it got a remake, so it's definitely one of a kind of a game. I enjoyed the remake of the game as well, but definitely my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. And I even own it on other platforms. Like, I own it on the PlayStation 4, the HD remaster, which is like 1080p 60 frames. I also own this on the Wii. I own it on the Xbox 360 digitally. Now, this is, the one I own, but the disc is Greatest Hits, which this is a copy from someone else that I got for free, but the case itself is still from when I had it. I don't know what happened to the Black Label disc I had. I really don't know. It just ended up being lost for some reason. I really don't know what happened to it. It could have been stolen, actually, when I think about it, because the place I lived at where this went missing, at least the disc, was when I lost my PSP. So could have been stolen, who knows? But yeah, that's my first Resident Evil video game, and that's how I got into the series. Resident Evil 4. Amazing game. Love it. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you think of Resident Evil 4. Let me know how you got into the Resident Evil game series. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.